Hello, everybody. So, this is something new. I got, you can only kill so many digital fake people in Grand Theft Auto before you need to change it up a little bit. So, I wanted to do something a little bit on the positive tip, construction wise. So, the name of this game is called City Skylines. It is a city builder game, a simulation, a really good one too. I started out with simulation games back in the day, back in the 90s, with the OG SimCity, and I was always fascinated with urban planning, I guess, for lack of a better term for it, because when I was a kid, Dad was building our house and he was making a chimney, right? So he had the stuff that the mortar, right, that you put between the bricks. So anyway, there was a spot in the back of the house there that was just a dirt patch, and Dad let me take the mortar, that stuff, and I would dig little trenches in the dirt and I would build roads, and I put the stuff in there and make roads for my Hot Wheels cars. So yeah, so anyway, I was always fascinated with that kind of stuff. And then SimCity came along, where you could actually build cities. It was pretty crude for the time, but it was well, I mean, it's pretty crude now, but back then it was like really cool, because you could just watch you put up zones and watch things grow and stuff like that. Some people aren't into that kind of stuff, but I really dig that kind of thing. And so I said, you know what? I got a hold of, I discovered this game probably about 7 years ago, I think. I was like, what? I had never heard of it. I mean, I knew SimCity went through a few iterations, and it got to a point where it was just like, it was okay. But hey, Kelly, how you doing, sweetie? John, good to see you. Everybody filing in here on our Sunday night prayer meeting. No, we're not. No prayers here. No dead people or anything like that. We're just doing some building. But this is I discovered this and I was like, wow, this is amazing. You could just do all kinds of like really realistic looking things. I mean, this is a wide view, but let me zoom in here. So you can like check this out at different angles. So what we got here is a big piece of Biloxi, Mississippi, right? So you've got Biloxi proper, and then you have outer lying towns. Up here is Latimer. I haven't done that yet, but you can. There's a little tool down here where you can make zones, right? And so you can come in here. So I made an area for Biloxi. I made one for Ocean Springs, Gulf Hills, St. Martin, D'Iberville, Gulf Part Estate, which is just a little P down there. But just a little bit of what we're looking at here. So I grew up about 30 miles north of here, right? So probably up that way. And we used to come down to the Gulf Coast all the time, because that was where all the stuff was. That's what you went down to. The mall was down there. They had like a lot of video game places down here. When I was growing up, it was just nothing but like houses and stuff down here. And then like in the early 90s, that's when the casinos came in. And the casinos would be right around this area here, along the beach. Then it goes, I think there's my buddy Reef would know, it's the marine biology lab, I think, or something is right around in here. But anyway, when Katrina came through, so just to show you, there along this route here, this is Highway 90. Along this route to the north of the highway, there was nothing but houses, some businesses, but mostly like old houses that had been there for like 100 years, had survived many, many hurricanes, right? And then Katrina came through and just wiped them all out. All these houses were gone because when the storm surge hit, it went in about a mile, and all of this stuff was just ruined. So my concept is I'm building a better Gulf Coast. So that's kind of the goal there. So I like this game because it's nice and peaceful. It's very tranquil. I mean, there's music to it. I don't know. Can we listen? I think this is royalty free. We'll see. Yeah, there's some little tunage there, but I don't really mess with that. I like the music when I'm just doing this by myself, but you know, for a live stream, it'll be a little bit annoying. So you have the barrier islands down here too. So you have Cat Island, you have Ship Island, Deer Island, Horn Island. There's a few others, but they're just out of the range there. But if you've ever been to the Gulf Coast, you'll notice that the water in this area is brown, right? So what happens is further west you have the Mississippi River that comes into the Gulf of Mexico. And when it dumps into the Gulf of Mexico, it dumps like mud and silt and stuff like that. And it gets, and these barrier islands kind of trap it in, right? And so this area is usually like brown water. Ship Island here, which used to be one island, but I can't remember if it was Camille or if it was Katrina that split it in two. I think it was Katrina. Split it into these two islands, so I call it Ship Islands. So you'd hop on a ferry boat, and you could go to Ship Island, and there wasn't really much on here. Usually, I think there's like a big snack bar area with bathrooms and stuff, but the rest of the beach, it's just like they have like beach chairs and stuff like that set up so you can hang out. But the weird thing is, to the north of the island here, you're talking about a lot of brown water, right? Because of the mud and the silt coming out of the Mississippi River. But on this side, it's pretty much like this. Let's see if we can. Ooh, so tranquil and peaceful. Nice. It's crazy. I love being near the water, but I'm scared to death of the water too. I live a paradoxical life when it comes to water. So yeah, so today I've been messing around with this a little bit before I started doing the stream. We're just gonna basically try to rebuild this part of the Mississippi Gulf Coast, but we're gonna try and modernize it somewhat, because there was talk at one point about a train going along the Gulf Coast from New Orleans, I think, down to Pensacola, I think. So from Louisiana through Mississippi, through Alabama, and to Florida, like a kind of one of those trains that you could just hop on, like if you want to go down to New Orleans for the day. Yeah, Metra. You could hop on the train and go down to New Orleans, spend the day, and then when you want to come back, you hop on and come back. Right now, they don't have that kind of thing down there. But, during this series, with this thing, we're gonna build railway to New Orleans. Well, off the map to New Orleans anyway, and so that this area will be like a huge tourist area. So the first thing we're gonna do, we have to have what is it? City ordinances, right? So policies. So let's check that out. So now you can set up policies for these different areas. So like D'Iberville, St. Martin, these places, may have slightly different policies, or you can set the overall policy. And the first thing that I am hooking up, if I can find it, is and I don't see it. What? Oh, is it? There we go. Allowing recreational use of controlled substances attracts more tourists, but also requires more police presence in the area. Yeah, right. So, we're making marijuana illegal in the bottom half of the Mississippi, at least on the Gulf Coast here. So this area, woohoo, toke up, smoke them if you got them. So these are several different things. You have power usage, where you have to install equipment. Well, you don't physically do it, but it's part of the policy for limited power usage. Hell yeah, police want to get high too. I tell you, John, I live in North Mississippi. The cops, this is like near Mississippi State, like Columbus, Mississippi. I remember the cops up there, if you had weed on you, got pulled over and you had weed on you, they wouldn't, they wouldn't give you a ticket or they wouldn't arrest you or anything like that. They just take your weed because either they were smoking it or selling it or both. And I'm going to say probably both. So yeah, so we're setting up our city policies here. So if we want people to conserve energy, so this would install energy meters in buildings. So some of these policies have a price. There's a little bit of a price. So yes, you'll be saving energy and you won't be consuming that much. We haven't set up our infrastructure yet, so that's basically what we're going to be doing today before we start really building anything. Although there is this one bridge that I want to fix, and hopefully we can get to that. So I'm down for this to help people conserve energy, conserve water. So and then smoke detectors that will distribution that will take the heat, no pun intended, off of firefighters. See, stuff like it's like pet ban. Now this is just something like certain areas may have. Like you may have like a really teeny tiny spot you're making a park or something, you don't want the pet in there. You may, but don't worry, there's like dog parks in this game. So there's so much crap in here you're gonna see over the course of this thing that I'm doing here. Smoking ban, people can do what they want. Parks, make your parks and plazas the envy of the country. Moderately increase land value around parks and plazas, increases the parks and plazas budget by 20%. So that's the cost. So if you want to, that's the thing, you're trying to increase the land value so you can increase the tax revenue. What's up, Jara? Good to see you. We're just farting around here with some city skylines. I'm on the Mississippi Gulf Coast here. Biloxi, the Biloxi metro area, if that's what you want to call it. But, so if you want to give a little boost around parks and stuff like that, it kind of helps you with taxation. So you don't really have to, it'll raise the land value and then you can kind of level out the taxes a little bit. So we're going to click on that. Everybody gets that. Education boost the education budget, make young adults automatically choose education over working. Now we're not going to do that. We're going to give people a choice to do what they want. Free public transport. Yeah, sure, why not? We're gonna do some socialism, as much socialism in here as possible. School's out. The citizens will prefer working over education. So that's the opposite of education boost here. So I'm gonna let those two fight it out, but not not check that off. So harsh prison sentences, no. Extra insulation for heating. No, we don't have to worry about that. The Gulf Coast is hot as fuck. So no electricity for heat. Not really. I mean, it's not going to be a factor. These are mostly like, there's maps on here that you get that has like snow. It's like really cold areas, so you have to do different stuff with that. You have to maintain the roads, get the snow off the roads, create snow dumps, stuff like that. It's really cool. You know, maybe we'll do one of those when we get done with this. Stoners generally don't cause trouble. That is the meth head arena. Yes. The only time a stoner might cause trouble is if they go to Taco Bell and somehow they magically ran out of tacos. So you might get a little skirmish. Might get a little, somebody getting their guff up. Maybe, but I doubt that. Helicopter priority. If there are emergencies on areas with this policy, services will always use helicopters instead of ground vehicles. Since you have a lot of rural areas here, we're probably going to do that, but we're not going to check it off yet. So we don't have to set everything right now. We can just we can do that as we go. Prefer ferries. Yeah, we're gonna work on some stuff with ferries. So we're definitely gonna have a ferry that goes to Ship Island, because I want to keep that realistic part. A lot of this stuff is we're going to be changing the geography basically. So a lot of this stuff is, if you've ever been to the Gulf Coast, if you've ever been down there and know where things are, we're going to be moving around a lot of things because we're trying to make this area better. High ticket prices, raise public transport. No, that's we've got free public transport, so we're not going to do that. Educational blimps, yeah, maybe, I don't know. Recycle plastic. Recycling centers work with plus 20% efficiency, and of course it's a cost of 100 I think that's simoleons per week, but that's we'll work on the budgets probably later, or I may do that off screen. That's a little boring. I know you want to see like kind of the fun stuff, but I'm just wanted to show you this to just kind of give you an idea. So we're gonna have this policy. You can recycle plastic, so we'll have some recycling centers. Prefer parks. Tourists in the area choose to visit parks more often than unique buildings. We'll leave that up to the tourists. Park maintenance service in the area does double shifts, costing more money, but tending parks more efficiently. Yeah, sure. We want to keep our parks good. Free Wi-Fi, of course. A little more socialism here in the Biloxi area. Automated sorting. Introduce automated sorting to post-sorting facilities. That may not be a factor because this game is kind of weird. You can set it to where really you don't have to set up like post offices or anything. If you're giving people free Wi-Fi, they're just doing email, I guess. So saving paper, I guess, for the most part. For-profit education. All education facilities become for-profit, and students are required to pay tuition fees to attend school. Hell no. We are doing free college, free education on the Gulf Coast. Anything about watershed protection or wetlands? Not that specific, Kelly. Although, this game, the way this game works, this really is like a city planner's dream. I would imagine, like, if somebody was a city planner and they got off work for the day, they would come home and play this because they can't get enough of city planning. So no for-profit education. Book fair. The local public libraries organize a book fair. Increased happiness and entertainment within the public library's radius. Yeah, sure. We'll do that. And fishing license. The city offers fishing licenses to citizens in exchange for a small amount of money. So not right now. We're not going to do a fishing license. I think that's kind of, I don't know. I really never understood. It just seemed like just a cheap way to get people to give you money. Wi-Fi should be free everywhere. I'm stuck using mobile data. Well, if you were in my city, Jera, you would have free Wi-Fi. So So let's go to taxation. And these, I don't really mess with these too much. Tax raise for low density residential, tax relief, for offices. I'm not going to worry about this till we actually get some stuff up and running. And then city planning here. There's some other cool stuff. Now, you can do these individually for these districts that I'm highlighting right here. Small business enthusiast, perks for small businesses. Yes, we're going to help out small businesses. So, look them up. Industrial space planning allowed zone industry to work even more effectively by overlooking a few work safety laws. Nah, we want to keep things safe. High-tech housing turns homes into much cooler smart homes to raise the land value around there. Not really a thing right now. Headed to Bay St. Louis again to spend winter at my nephew's. Can you get rid of those cops down there? I'll do my best, John. I don't know. I don't know how powerful this game is. It may be one of those things like I can't remember that movie where the kid he thought he was playing a video game, but he was actually really like, you know, shooting space aliens or something. Yeah. I can imagine John. I could imagine our parents, like, you know, growing up and playing video games. You know, I don't see them doing that, but you know, that's Gen X for you. Next gen said, screw it, we're gonna be playing video games till we're dead. Let's see. So we're not gonna be doing that. Let's see, high-tech housing, and we'll check on the high-rise ban. Nah, I don't think we'll. The way we're gonna set up we're going to put up a pretty, if it gets pretty big, we're going to put up a huge international airport for the Gulf Coast. Make it the new Atlanta, the new hub. So heavy traffic ban on an area. Make sure there are optional routes available. So this kind of thing would be for, like, if you were doing individual city planning policies. So you may have an area that's like has an old town, you know, and you don't want like everybody and their mom coming through there with trucks and stuff. So encourage biking, of course. So as we go, we'll be putting in a lot of streets with bike lanes. Bike ban on sidewalks. For now, we won't ban it because right now we don't have bike lanes yet. So I have the game on pause. So if I play it, well, I'll do that in a second. So no loud noise in the night. Leisure specialized areas will close for the night. Reduces noise pollution caused by leisure. So so that, like I said, once again, that's going to have to be for specialized areas. Old town, same thing. Only residents and businesses can use the area for motor vehicles. Lightning rods. Request tallest buildings to install lightning rods. Sure. You don't want anybody to get struck by lightning. VIP area. Any and all shelters in policy area are reserved only for the citizens living in the policy area. So now, what we're going to do at some point, once we get this built up, this game has disasters on there. So it doesn't have a hurricane, right? It has tornadoes and it has tsunamis. So we may have to do that to kind of test the mettle of our city, because we'll have to set up shelters around the area for people to evacuate to if they can't escape on the highway to get out. Any and all shelters in the policy area are reserved only for the citizens living in the policy area. So once again, this would be something district-wise. Fast recovery in these areas. The emergency response unit does not search for survivors, but only makes the lot ready for rebuilding. More citizens are lost, but the city recovers faster. Now, fuck that. We want people to be okay. Rebuilding, nah, not gonna do that. Combustion engine ban, no, not gonna do that yet. Everyone living in the city must switch to an electric car. No, we're not gonna do that. Filter industrial waste. Zoned industrial buildings need to filter their waste, making them pollute the ground a lot less. Yes, less pollution, please. Boost connections. So outside connections in the area can handle more vehicles carrying tourists, increasing the amount of visitors to the city. I'm not going to be concerned about that because once we build our airport, everything's going to be fine. So, workers' union. The workers' union has a strong presence in the city. It provides workers with better benefits and increase their morale, but also reduces the tax income. Aww. Yes, we're going to have a union. Thank you. Automated toll. Vehicles no longer need to stop at the toll booth, which makes passing through the booths a lot faster. Well, we don't have toll booths right now, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. No pun intended. Or intended. Depending on what you want. So, Industry 4.0, the new technologies alter the nature of the all industrial workplaces are for well and highly educated citizens. Increase population output. Nah, we're not doing that. Sustainable fishing. Fishing industry takes steps to minimize the environmental impact of fishing. Sure. Dolphin safe fishing. Yes, we want to save flipper. And then airplane tours. The local aviation club starts organizing airplane tours. Well, we don't have airplanes yet, so we're not worried about that. All right, so we got our basic policies there. Woohoo! Sound effect there. So basically, in real life, IRL, if we're text messaging each other, these areas to the north, all of these are populated. These all have people living on the mainland here. Nobody lives like on these islands, right? You may have, because these are designated like these are designated as kind of like wildlife areas. Particularly Deer Island is a wildlife area that is protected. But in our scenario, fuck them wildlife. We can put some people on there. No, but we're gonna have wildlife designated areas for that. Probably more up north, when more in the rural areas, because you don't really want, unless you got zoos and stuff like that, but you don't want wildlife, around your populated areas like that. So this is going to be a tourist destination down here, Ship Island. Then get rid of that. Why is that still on? No? Okay. Right. So Ship Islands, this is going to be a tourist destination. Cat Island and Horn Island, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with. I may make this another tourist destination too. Where's Monkey Boy Palace? Sup, Chris? One half of the Monkey Boys. Where's Monkey Boy Palace? I don't know. I haven't decided where my mansion is going to be. In SimCity, you could put up the mayor's house, I think, and I think you could do that in this game too. I'm not sure. So, anyway, we're not going to go too long on here this evening because coming up at 10 o'clock Eastern on INN, Indy Left and my buddy Reef Breland will be doing their weekly news show, How Did We Miss That? Where they'll be talking about news stories from various independent reporters, journalists. So that's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, 7 o'clock Pacific, and do the math for the middle of the country because, yeah, so 8, 9. Okay, I did the math for you. So today's little stream, we're just kind of getting to know the map a little bit, areas, and like I said, I had these areas already pre-made. I need to make another one up here because the Gulf Coast has changed so much Since Katrina, and that was that was 17 years ago, I think. 17 years, almost 20 years. A lot changes in 20 years. So, and that's why, because I don't remember anything that's down there now. I have no idea what's down there. We're just gonna make it up. But some of these things are for reals, right? So this, you have Highway 90 here, and then you have this is I-110, it basically connects Highway 90 to Interstate 10 up here. So you have I-10 that goes through here. I-110 turns into Highway 67. Now this goes up north till it hits Highway 49, and then if you go up 49, you get to my neck of the woods in Wiggins. So yeah, so all of this, I can't remember the guy's name that made this map. It's some weird, wait a minute, I don't know, I'm probably gonna fuck something up. I hope not. We'll see. So, oh wait a minute, I don't think I can do that. We'll see. But some kid that made this, or some dude, or some lady, I don't know, some person made it, and it was really good. So it's like all of this topography, it's like this pretty much matches what the Gulf Coast looks like. So yeah, everybody say hi to Chris. Chris is a good guy. I'm trying to convince Chris to do a radio show on Odyssey. So, you know, encourage him to do that, because he needs to do that. He used to have a radio. He's like me. He's an old radio guy like me. So we encourage each other around here to do fun things, to do creative, fun things. You know, we can't all be journalists and activists and doing like the hard work and stuff like that. Some of us have to entertain the troops, keep the morale up, that sort of thing. So, but because Mississippi is a conservative state, you don't have a lot of those policies I was mentioning in these areas, because you know, obviously there's no legal pot. There's medical marijuana, but they don't have legal pot. So like recreational. And then you know, a lot of this other stuff, free Wi-Fi, stuff like that. Nah, they're not going to give you nothing free. Mississippi po, they are so po, they can't even afford the OR in poor. So they just po. And but in our little scenario here, money is no object. We will definitely hook them up. So anyway, what I did earlier today, in real life, this connection to Highway 90, this is called a trumpet. So they call this a trumpet intersection. So I learned that. I had to go to Slidell for Good Smoke. Oh, that's right. We were so poor we can't pay attention. Hell yeah. Yeah, I know, right? We had that Alabama ditchweed up in North Mississippi. Ugh. That brickweed. Yeah, you take what you get, though. But on the Gulf Coast here, where it meets Highway 90, these ramps they came straight in at a 90-degree angle. And so you had to slow down, and then you make a right turn to get on here. So what I did was I said, well, okay, we can help this traffic move along. We've got a dedicated turn lane here, and so now you can really, without dropping speed, you can get off the highway here and get on up here. So this is the hurricane escape route, or one of them anyway. And so they really revamped Highway 67 up here to where people could get away from the Gulf Coast once those storms hit. Riverside. Oh boy. Riverside, California, the home of people who lie about saying they have weed when they don't. So, The Gulf Coast is a beautiful place. It really is. It's no, I mean, summertime, if you like heat, there's plenty of it because it is god awful hot down there during the summer. Very mild during the winter. Sometimes you get a hard freeze every once in a while, but you know, wasn't too bad. So the winters are kind of nice down there. But this area here, this is what they call, this is called Back Bay, right? So early on, pre-Katrina, casinos had to be on barges, right? So, and a lot of the casinos were, I mean, you had something, it's kind of peppered along the beach area here. You had casinos, but the technicality is they had to be on water, right? So they built them on barges, and which it worked twofold. One, it got around the state law that you couldn't have land-based casinos, and two, like if a hurricane was coming, you could detach the barges, casino and all. The hotel would stay there. That you could have the hotel on land, but the casino part, the gambling, where you were gambling, had to be on water. Mississippi and their rules, whatever, right? So anyway, they would unmoor the barges, and then they'd take them up here and take them to Back Bay for safe harbor. So, but then after Katrina, like barges were like ending up on the highway. I don't know if they got him out in time or not. I don't know what happened. But anyway, after that, I think they changed the law. I don't know. Chris lives down there now. He might know better than I do. But they changed the law now. I think you can have casinos on land. So we may do that. We may put our casinos. We're going to have casinos because Daddy likes to gamble, you know. I'm going to roll out a hard 6, if you know what I'm saying. What? I mean, I didn't mean that. I appreciate y'all watching. I mean, this is kind of a little test run. I just built this today. You know, I think, oh, there's so many casinos in Biloxi now on land. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm pretty sure, I wouldn't be surprised if they took the place of some of those houses that were, down there on 92 that got wiped out. So but I really love this game. It's just like, so if you're into like building stuff and watching communities grow and stuff like that, it's really immersive. I highly recommend it if you're into that sort of thing. So today we have some issues because we want to fix the infrastructure of our city before we start, you know, building like zones for housing and commercial and for industry. We want to get everything set up. We want to get electricity. We'll have to figure out what kind of electricity we're going to do. If we're going to do wind power, we may use the islands for wind power. That may be a thing. Like, you know, maybe set up something here on Cat Island, or maybe over here on Horn Island, and just basically just use these just for power. But there's also other options too. So we have wind power. You have advanced wind turbines that you can set out in the water. We may use some of those too. There's coal. We're not going to use that, hopefully. Oil power, we're not going to use that. Hydropower dam, we have a river up here. I'm not quite sure what river this is. Do you know what, Chris, do you know what river that is? If you know, just type it into chat. I can't remember. It's not the Pascagoula. I don't think that's the Pascagoula River. It's not the Singing River. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, but we'll figure it out, because I think Pascagoula River is somewhere over here, like near Pascagoula, because like the shipyards and stuff are over here. So yeah, so we have all kinds of stuff here. There's a solar power plant. There's nuclear. We have this thing, geothermal power plant. So getting, hitting those hot gases underneath the ground and using that. There's also solar updraft. The warmth generated by sunlight is what powers this power plant. The warm air goes up, turning the blades of fans that produce electricity. The large batteries within the building allow it to store electricity and not be affected by day or night. So don't have to worry about that. And it tells you like how much megawatts these things put out. Like this one does 80, this one does 240. This one is changes. It's basically what is a desalinator maybe. The changes in water temperature allow this power plant to generate electricity. So this is something you'd stick off the shoreline. And there's some other stuff here, different like power lines and stuff like that. So, and there's a Cracker Barrel sign. Oh yeah, did I mention? Is that Chutica Buff? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because yeah, you eventually end up crossing it over here, I think. Yeah, so anyway. But yeah, we're gonna stick a Cracker Barrel somewhere in here. I think there's I'm doing this through Steam, and on the Steam workshops they have all kinds of like little people make stuff that's not in the game. So some people made Cracker Barrel, so I'm gonna put that down. I've got I'm gonna put a shit ton of Taco Bells around here. This is gonna be Taco Bell heaven. And then there's gonna be I think I got Pizza Hut Taco Bell combo and just standalone Taco Bells, or maybe just the combo, I'm not sure. Got a Waffle House sign. Oh yeah, I gotta find Waffle House too, so that's all gonna be in the mix in future episodes. These are probably gonna be long streams eventually, so like this one's going to be short. I don't want to run over and clip our guys' time on INN. So, but I wanted to show you this and see what kind of cool stuff that's on here. So I want to. I don't like this where the train track goes straight over the road. Where the things the things come down, ding 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 ding, and then you got to stop and wait, because we're gonna have a lot of traffic through here, and this is one of the main thoroughfares. So right now we're going to change this. I want to show you how this works. So we're going to change this into an overpass. In fact, we may actually just go ahead and elevate these train tracks throughout this area, because this is going to be packed with a lot of residential and commercial areas and stuff like that. So, yeah, so let's get that started. And what I'll have to do here, let's see, I'll have to convert these tracks. So I have this cool little eyedropper here, so I can just select that, and it will, so I'll have to convert these tracks are adhered to the ground, so we're gonna have to make it where we can like elevate it. So we'll have to do this, and what else do we have to do here? This should be able to convert it, I think. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty loud. We're gonna do got a nice beat. Boom, 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 boom. So we're just gonna mess with this area here, right? So what I want to do is we're gonna raise this up. So let me get out of this. I'm gonna go to my little move it tool. And there's all kinds of great little mods on there too. I love Steam. I am so glad that I play games on computers now instead of consoles, because you can, the modding community, the ones who modify, make these little things where you can modify the game much easier, is just so good. So let's lift this bad boy up, and obviously we want it at least high enough to have cars go underneath it, right? So you're like, well, how are you gonna level it out? That doesn't make any sense. I'll show you. So these little circles are what are called nodes, right? So it's just basically it's like joints, you know, when you're putting two pieces of road together, they come together at this spot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to shift and hold, and I'm gonna select all these nodes here. I know there's probably a better way to do it. Just hadn't figured it out yet. Because what I'm gonna do is make all of these the same height as that one that I just raised, right? So, and this isn't, like I said, this is a mod that doesn't come with the game, and the modding community in general are just like amazing people, just you know, just fantastic, and just provide all kinds of cool stuff. So now I'll go back here, and there's this little thing here, and I click here and it says object height. So I'm going to try and make all those this height, and survey says bingo. All right, so now we have this, but this one is not going to work. So what we have to do, because these are all joined together here. So what I'm going to have to do is get the bulldozer. Whoa, bulldozer, be careful now. And I'm going to click that. We're going to click that. And see, these things, you can't have a road go through the thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these two. All right. And get my little build a deep dish pizza joint. What's up, kid? I'll be sure to build a Chicago style area. So that'll be one of the city ordinances. All pizzas must be Chicago style. Just for you, kid. Is that my white van down by the river? Shh, don't tell anybody. All right, so I'm gonna copy this so I don't have to go looking for it. And now we're just gonna connect these together. Okay, so that's back in business. Bring that down a little bit. Now I'm gonna do this. What are we gonna do? All right, so I gotta down that. We want our train bridge over here. So we're gonna see how this works. Let's hope it works. Please, for the kiddies. So what's cool about this is, so I've set this to where you can curve the road, right? You have like, you can do it straight, you can do it curved, you can do it like ziggy-zaggy, and then this thing here just kind of changes. If you want to change it to a different road, you can do that. But we're going to build, we've got our, this forces the use of elevated pieces. Very good. So let's see if this works. Then we're going to do that. No. Actually, we can do that, and I'll show you how. So this is called anarchy. So if you like anarchy, it's like, I'll do what I want. Let me see. All right, so here, that's gonna, come on. That's gonna connect here. Get out of that. So, all right. So we're going to have our elevated bridges here. And this is a little too close. So what we can do here, this is going to be, move this over a little bit like that. Boom. And now we have like, what's under the bridge there. I don't know what those things are called. Pylons, maybe something like that. So, all right. This is the only time I'm going to admit that Chicago pizza is going to be allowed in my presence. No, just to be fair with you, I love Chicago pizza. I love it. I love Chicago pizza. I just haven't had any in so long. I just like any pizza. I ain't gonna lie. I'll do the ham and pineapple. I'll do that stuff. I'll even do anchovies. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? So, all right. So what we need to do now, we're gonna do this. And like I said, these are stuck to the ground. So we need to make it to where we can raise them up. And this is, hopefully, you know what I'm gonna do? This is like too much audio. Let me see if I can just, that work? Okay, go away. All right. No? That's not right. I thought I'd turn that down. Come on. That is too much noise. It is too much noise. Let's see. Jesus. All right, well, we just have to live with it. Or you know what? I don't really need audio with this. I don't know what's going on here. I'm sorry. I should have set this up before. Main volume. That should do it. I say that. Here we go. That's much better. But yeah, the coast really got messed up after Katrina, and it was really, I mean, I hate to say it, but it was really a golden opportunity for them to rebuild and do better. Trellises, thank you, John. Why, my old man said, always surround yourself with smart people, and you'll never be stupid. So, and I said, well, and that's when he left. And he said, I'm going to go surround myself with smart people. No, he didn't do that. He didn't leave. I always have this joke. I said, yeah, my dad went out for cigarettes and never came back. And the funny thing was, he didn't even smoke. So, wait, what? And if any of you have ever played this game, this is kind of I don't know. Like I said, I'd never seen this game before, and I just kind of, I think I did a search for like SimCity type games, and this came up, and I said, oh, this looks interesting, and I saw all the features on it. It's just, yeah, I mean, if you're trying to become a city planner, and you want to be a you know, kind of practice, I guess this is a great game for that. Let's see. So we're doing this basically like you know, money's no object. So we got kind of a socialist thing going on here. A lot of social programs, a lot of free stuff for the peeps. And so if there's any libertarians watching this, you're probably cringing, thinking, God, why? No, don't, no, why are you giving away shit? Like, no, I'm not giving away shit. It's what the people want. The people get what the people want. Hey! You know, looking at the acronyms, they spell something, probably nothing. Let's see. Wait, you can rename colleges and buildings. In my city, we have the great colleges such as Southern Hampton Institute of Technology, Federal University College of Knowledge, College of Knowledge, and Academic Services of Science. Oh, delightful. Yes, well, I will see you next Tuesday. I think you know what that means. So, yeah, you know what? You can name colleges in here. You know what? Fuck it, Chris, Kit, that's a great idea. So all the colleges and stuff we're going to call the what was it? The Southern Hampton. Fun story though. There used to be I think Sam Houston State used to be Sam Houston like MIT, whatever MIT stands for, but it was like Sam Houston Institute of Technology. And they had to change it because it's spelled shit. Wait, what? All right, so that's something I'm gonna have to fix. Well, actually, I could do that now. Do that now. What? What is this? What? Why won't you give this to me? You stupid puppy. Anyway. Yeah. So, make sure you're watching later. Wait a minute. I didn't write that. Matt Houston was a great detective. I did not type that. Who hacked? Somebody hacked my account. Who's in my account? Why are you? What happened? Central. Uh-oh. I think I know who that is. And better not be you, Snickle Fritz. Whatever. Behave yourself. All right, so time is it now? 8:30 here. So I'm probably not gonna do this whole thing. This is gonna take a while. I'll do the rest of that off camera, but I just want to show you like the cool stuff that you can do with this. You know, like I think having a train bridge going across the city like that. Don't forget CJ. Damn, you old people in the chat talking about these old TV shows. Damn, y'all some old peeps. I'm a young one. Nah, I'm not young. I wish I was. But that's not the case at all. So, oh no, that spells something too. Yes. My poor college students. Yes, if they went to shit fucking ass, I'm pretty sure they're traumatized by now, Kit. So, good job doing that. Oh, damn. I was wondering why this wasn't working. Scaring children and traumatizing them is a time-honored tradition, one that everyone should at least do once in their life. For the right kid. Not all kids, obviously. There's some sweeties out there, but some real shitheads out there kind of need a little come to Jesus moment. You know what I mean? Just like the old days. You can't do that now. They call child services on you. And just trying to teach this child a lesson. I want this kid to grow up thick skinned, not get his ass whooped. Probably why I never had kids. It's probably a good thing for me and for society in general. So, yeah. Anywho, these got to go. We're gonna figure out something. But these got to go. When you gonna start building shit? Been here forever. I want to see a strip club next door to a zoo. Yeah, no shit, right? Get in line, lady. We all do. I want the zoo to be a strip club. I want to see naked animals. I want to see them wearing human clothes and then stripping them off to oddly appropriate or inappropriate music. So no, we're just getting started. We're not doing like a whole bunch of shit tonight, because I think I'm going to go maybe another hour. That's it. But we're just having a chat, and I'm building a city here, trying to, do the right thing for the peoples. You know, just trying to build a socialist utopia on the Gulf Coast, which probably will never happen. Definitely not in my lifetime, but we'll see. Jimmy, I would definitely patronize both places. Kids go to the zoo. Mommy will be next door. Those poor children. What's going on here? All right, let's see. I think that worked. I did it. Fuck it. All right, so you get back over here. Don't get dizzy. Don't get seasick. Now I do this, and we're gonna make everybody high. I got everybody high. See, so there's all this. Now we've got a train bridge going through there that will be able to have streets going there. See all these trees? Fuck these trees. These trees are gonna be gone. We're gonna destroy every last goddamn tree on here. No, not all of them. We'll have a thriving forestry industry because that is, like, in real life part of the Mississippi Gulf Coast. You have fishing on the actual coast, and then you have the timber industry throughout most of the state, really, but particularly down in South Mississippi in the Pine Belt, because that's where all the pine is, right? That's where you get pine sol. I'm kidding. I just made that up. That's not a thing. Well, I mean, pine sol's a thing, but it wasn't. Anyway, so yeah, I just kind of came up with this today. I said, you know what? I've been working on this map for a good while. I probably should have had a little bit more of this infrastructure ready, but maybe by the next time I'll have a lot more stuff on here, and then we can actually start building some cool places, some nice neighborhoods and stuff like that, some gated communities, wait, what? Amp up the police state. Just give them carte blanche and just kill everybody. No, I didn't say that. That's terrible. Don't say that. Yeah, this game to me, except when shit doesn't work, is very relaxing, and it's a nice little change of pace from Grand Theft Auto, where you're just like straight up running people over, and it's just the purge. That's all it is. It's just the purge. Nobody's gonna live. I can do that. Okay. All right. I think we're done with the train track. Now, all the way over here, and this one's fine. I think these are all the same height. And bingo. Huh? Yeah. Oop. Oh no. Oh no. Wait, what happened? Oh, I know what I did. All right. So now I gotta go. I gotta do this real quick. Sorry. Let's see. Take 2 shakes of a lamb's tail. That's that. We're gonna do that one. Okay. Let's turn that off. We'll do this. And upgrade. So yeah, there we go. Wait, why didn't this do it? Some of my bitches. There's too many things here. Like I said before, coming up probably about an hour and a half, Reef and Indy will be doing How Did We Miss That? It's on they're on the YouTube and Rockfin, plenty of places in the world. So that work? No, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, I kind of do, but not really. So yeah. Fuck it. We're not gonna mess with that right now. So anyway. So let's repair. Let's see. This is gonna be something. So you have your train bridge, and then this is gonna arc over it, right? So, the reason why, you want to get your infrastructure built first, obviously, it's because, I mean, you would do that with any city before you start like putting houses down and stuff like that. So, let's see. I want to do something here. So what we're gonna do right now, we're gonna build. So this is gonna be the train bridge, but this is gonna go over the train, right? So we're gonna go sky high. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Well, this is kind of a test stream anyway. We're not like on Rockfin or anything either, so yeah, I don't know why that is. I don't know why that's like that. I'll have to fix that. So my OBS needs to refresh the restream chat window. Well, let's take a look at that real quick. Let us see how that works. Give me one moment, folks. Restream chat. Okay. See if that worked. Did that work? Maybe. Don't think so. Anyway, we'll figure it out at some point. Let's see. Let me get back out of here. All right. So what we got to do? You have to do a lot of figuring out stuff. So let's see. I want this. Let's see. I'm gonna try and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. And then let's. No. I think you have to do that first. Okay. So this is gonna be high. It's gonna be a high bridge. That is wild. That is wild. I don't know why that's it. Anyway, we'll figure that out. So so this is gonna be here. We're gonna do, let's see. That's 3, so let's do 6. We'll do 6. And the cool thing is, like, when you're building these roads, you can it'll help you line it up real easily, more or less. And okay. So what I want to do a little something like this. See, this isn't as exciting as driving around Los Santos and destroying shit. So it's a little more mundane. So this is a little trick I do to make roads look even. Try to even them up. So this is, let's see, get out of that. Okay, and what I'm going to do is this is going to go up to here. It's going to slope up. That's 21. I have to remember 21. 21. That Bugs Bunny cartoon. 21. Right. So, yikes, that's pretty high. Okay, we'll probably lower that a little bit. Just a smidge. Jesus. God damn, that shit high. Actually, it's not that high. If you've been down to New Orleans and been over on the Huey P. Long Bridge, that shit's high. That's way the fuck up there. And that's the car bridge. You go over the train bridge, it's even higher. I think it's like the world's tallest train bridge is in New Orleans, I believe. I could be wrong though. Let's see. Okay, now chatting as me. Oh, you took off your INN coat. Very nice. Fake accounts. All right, so what I'm going to do here now is this. I got to get back to this and copy that. So I like to make things kind of even Steven. So this was 21 on this side to here, so I got to do 21 to here if I can get this to line up. Come on, don't be a punk ass bitch. All right, so 13, 15, 17, 19, 20, 21. So that little number in the middle there tells you how big it is. That's what she said. I don't know why she says stuff like that. There. All right. So this, let's do this. Let's lower this bridge a little bit because Jesus Lord, it don't need to be that tall. So doot. And then we're just going to go poop. And we'll make those level. Right? And we'll make those level. Oh, there we go. There. And then, so these, let's see, these two would have to be this tall. I think. All right. And then there, let's see what's there. So it's going to be those heights. So we're almost there. We're almost done with this part. Okay, and then we'll choose that height. All right. And we'll choose that. So just like America, go not opposite streets like it is in England. Although Britt Cabello might have something to say about that. Are you going to build a distillery? I don't think they have distilleries here. Oh, they may. You know what? They probably have something on the workshop that that lets you do booze. Booze places. We already got legal weed in this town, so I've already set that policy. That was the first policy I set, to legal weed. And then I think one of the ones right after that was free health care. I think I did free health care. Did I? I don't know. Maybe I didn't. But we're going to work on that. So anyway, we need to bring these down because that's still way too high. Jesus. Bring those down maybe a little bit more. Then what we'll do, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll set all of these to the same height so it doesn't look too wonky. Or as Ed Heller would say, hanky. That's the one I just lowered. Okay, boom, boom. And so I choose these things and all these little nodes, and they should all be this height. I click it. Yeah, that looks a little better, right? The bridge should probably come down a little bit. I still don't know who commented as me. I did not type anything when it said something about 10:15 Central Time. So whoever did that, good job hacking my account, I guess. So I guess I'll have to change my password now. So thanks. Yeah, that's still a little up there. We could probably bring it down a little bit more. So let's try this one more time. How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday to you. My New Orleans Saints suck. And the referees are asswipes, and I hope they all burn in hell. That being said, it's been a good day. You know, we had a nice rainstorm here. I guess that's the remnants of Ian. So no crazy wind or nothing like that. We just got a pretty good amount of rain. I think we're supposed to get some tomorrow too. And I know. Well, he'd already kicked a 60-yarder. He kicked a 60-yarder. He kicked it twice in practice. He kicked a 60-yard. I was like, Jesus. You know what I could do? I could do this too. This is fun. And it's got a nice beat, and it's easy to dance to. I think our train should be able to still go under there. The train's not that big. You see these little square things? That's the train will go under there. So our we can bring these down. So let's do that. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, it was Andy Dalton. He looked really good today. That's the thing, man. You give him a good team to play on. I mean, that guy's still pretty good. I should probably move this tree. That train hits that tree, everybody's fucked. Yeah, freaking out tree. Don't freak out tree. I think that's a white oak. I'm not trying to be racist. That's just the name of the tree. Don't shoot the messenger. Jesus. Wait, what? You know what? I'm afraid to watch the Bulldogs anymore because they scare me. They always give me like some sort of heartburn or something. I don't know. What do you think? That looks good, right? Plenty of height for the train to get through. You got enough of a slope there, or not too much of a slope, so you're not trying to kill your engine going over the thing. I want to, if they get enough people in the city, I want to do like subways and stuff too. So we're definitely going to have like a tram train of some sort. So that's going to be awesome. I can't wait for that. I was always one of these people that wanted to have one of those realistic train sets. They basically, it's like a room full of train. They had like a big table, and you put like little trees and stuff on there, and then the train goes around, and there's like little stations and stuff. It's pretty cool. Football never changes. Let them freaking hire Colin Kaepernick. Then I may go back to watching. He's getting pretty old now. I don't know. I mean, they gave him some tryouts, and I'm all for giving him a shot, but if he doesn't have the skills anymore, they're really not gonna bring him on. And I wouldn't want him to bring him on just cause he needs a job, and then he never plays. I want the guy to play. This is another thing we're gonna fix at some point. Not today. I may do that off on my own. These intersections like this are just horrid, right? Because I don't know. I think I just don't like these intersections. It's just way too much traffic. It's going to be clogged up there. And I may have okay. No, this is true. So like if you want to go this way from here, you take this route and just go around here. And then if you want to go this way, you just go this way. And then okay. All right. I'm just kind of talking to myself at this point. Don't really don't worry about that. Let me save this. Because I know a crash is coming. It's very odd. I think I know what I did wrong. I don't know why it's just It's so weird. Why is it say, I didn't type that. No, it's a dispensary, not a distillery. Oh, I know. Oh, okay. Okay, I know why. Never mind. Mystery solved. Indy and I share the Restream chat, so he has access to it, so he can get on there and type, and so that's what it looks like. Anyway, okay, I was like, who the fuck hacked my account? Why would you hack my account? You stupid. All right, so now our train tracks are elevated. We'll be able to have traffic flowing through there. I will need to fix this. I'll do that right now. I know this is kind of mundane, but once we get like the infrastructure stuff is really boring. I apologize for that, but I had happy feet. I had this stuff built today, and I said, "Fuck it, I want to do a stream. I want to do a Sunday stream." I did 4 streams in a row, like 3 at night, and now 1 in the evening here. So. Yeah, I missed streaming. It was, I was away for a while. Things are looking up as far as I'm concerned. And, thanks to you guys with all your love and support. I really appreciate, everything y'all have done for me. Probably wouldn't have made it through all this bullshit without you. And like I said, there's a couple of there's one iron in the fire I'm hoping will happen. I don't want to say right now because I don't want to jinx it. But I really hope it happens, and just give me some positive vibes if you don't mind. I could use all the help I get. Gumby shrimp need to change the Gulf water to be poop brown. No, I know, right? Because of the mud and the silt. That's the bad thing. I mean, it's like the barrier islands are a blessing and a curse, right? They do help. I think hurricanes hitting that area of the coast would be a lot worse if those barrier islands weren't there. But at the same time, they trap in the poopy water, and it just looks. People don't. I mean, people do still. They do swim in there. We used to joke like, yeah, don't go in the Gulf. You'll probably end up with like, hypodermic needles or some shit. Why is that so low? That is not right. But I never swam in the Gulf. That was not my thing. I'd swim in creeks. I like creeks. The creeks were clean. This was before. I don't know if I would swim in the creeks now, but I definitely wouldn't swim in the Gulf. But I would if you went down to Ship Island, go to the south end of the island there. That water is beautiful down there. It is like nice blue green. I mean, it's not like the Bahamas where you can like see the bottom and stuff. I mean, it's just incredible beauty down there. A lot of beauty in Mississippi that not a lot of people know about. A lot of great places to camp and stuff like that. I always love camping down there. When I was in the Boy Scouts, but I got kicked out for eating brownies. Are you going to use the trade school dorms for the Air Force Base Tech School build? Ooh, somebody's an insider. I don't know. We're gonna cross that bridge when we come to it, Gumby. So they purposely let him age out. They could hire him as a coach and provide the training. Now I can see him. Yeah, I mean at this point he might be. He could become a coach. I hope he gets to do something that he wants to do. Colin Kaepernick, that is. The guy was, he shouldn't be punished like that. But that just tells you about how shitty the NFL is. It's really been on they've not been the moral center, at all in its entirety as a as an organization. They've always been shitty to people of color and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not surprising what they did to Colin Kaepernick. It still sucks, but it's not surprising. So, oops, can't go that high. Let's try that. No, you son of a bitch. But as for that, the dorms, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna put in an Air Force base. I think we're gonna close that base down there. I don't want military bases in my city. Because I am not down with that. We have way too many military bases. We don't need them. We don't need them. I mean, because I said, well, they provide jobs. Like, well, yeah, that's all well and good. But, oops, that's not what I want to do. Thank you. I want to do this, and then I'll do this. But there are a lot of UFOs. People have seen a lot of UFOs down on the coast, particularly, and it's usually around like Air Force bases and stuff like that. I think I might be done with this. I don't know. This might be a good time to wrap it up. So we got our train bridges. These probably need to come up, but I'll do this off camera. And yeah. We're working on our infrastructure. Probably the next time I get on here and do this, not quite sure. Got a lot of stuff coming up this week. So just as a reminder, I said this last night, but in case you didn't watch the show last night, so we being me, there will not be secret shows at the end of the week. A buddy of mine has gotten us passes to the New York Comic-Con at the Javits Center in Manhattan. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be there hanging out with weirdos and nerds like myself. So it'll be fun, but no live streams. This may be the last live stream of the week. So we'll have to see about that. So I don't know. I may do a surprise secret show sometime this week. I don't know. I hadn't figured it out. But we are going to end it here. I think this is a good place to stop. This is just like a little introduction to the map and what we're doing here, and you saw the policies that we put in there. We're trying to be very progressive, not like AOC progressive, but as like a real progressive that wants to create progress. So we have a lot of we can just run that down real quick, what our policies are here. So the services, we'll be distributing energy meters and water meters to help people conserve those. Smoke detectors, we'll give those out. So parks and plazas, it'll increase land values around that. Recreational use, like I said, that was the first thing I clicked. I seeked it out and I sought it out and I found it. Free public transportation, that's what we have. We recycle plastic, give the parks a boost. So we want our parks to be good. We're going to have a lot of farming. There's going to be a lot of farms in here too, and a book fair for the kids. So a small business boost, encourage biking. If you have a high-rise building, you're going to have lightning rods on there to keep from shit burning down. Because every time there's a storm on here, there's always lightning, and it hits these damn trees. These trees catch fire. It's like California. It's like, dude, this Mississippi, the wood ain't that dry. How's that happening? Unions and sustainable fishing, dolphin safe fishing. Those are our plans. So anyway, I guess that's it. Don't forget, coming up in about an hour on INN, How Do We Miss That, with Indy and Reef. And, it's a great source of independent news, stories you're not going to find, definitely not going to find in the mainstream media. So, be sure to check them out. It's always a good time. Indy with the news part, and Reef has the boats crashing into other boats. So with some little funsies there. It's a nice mix of serious and some a nice little mint on the pillow afterwards with Reef and showing all the funsies there. So this is Mississippi Gulf Coast. I hope you enjoyed this first episode of this. We'll see how this goes. I'm really excited about working with this map. I had to do a lot of stuff to fix it up the way I wanted it to be. And I think it's going to be something fun, a little more entertaining once we get more infrastructure in there. And then we could start like adding all the fun stuff, the goodies and everything. So thank you so much. I want to thank Gumby and Jera, and Kelly and Indy. Let's see, and Chris White, good to see you. Miss Jimmy, and Kit, and John, and Snickle, and did I get everybody? I think I did. I don't know. Maybe Kelly. I say your name. My memory shit. John. Okay, good. I think I got everybody. Thanks again. Have a great night. Enjoy your weekend. And it's fall. It's Rocktober. Rock on, y'all. We'll see you next time. Peace.